Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Blasters and Bandits presented by Heroes and Fables. It has been a few weeks since we last played a game. As you can see, we are short a couple players. Bigfoot unfortunately has to work, so we do not have him today to play with us, but we wanted to play very badly because we haven't gotten to in quite a while, so we said screw it, here we are. So there will be DT, myself, Midnight Loki, and Derper here will be playing with us this evening. We will catch Bigfoot up next time when he's able to join us. And in the future, I hope that we don't have as long a break. Like life just kind of happened, and we kind of got on this weird flip-floppy schedule. And a good chunk of that is my fault. I take responsibility for that and apologize to my players and my viewers that are interested in watching the show. But so sorry for the extended break, but we're back now and we're going to continue to try to be back and limit those breaks in the future. So when we last played, you guys were on Naboo and you were still investigating the murder investigation, all that stuff that happened last time there. You guys progressed to the point where you completed the investigation to the point where you've accomplished your goals really and got paid by Nope. Where's DT's Ryam, right? Ryam Corenta. Paid you guys for your help with the investigation of to ensure that let me see it. Let me look at my notes here. Hugo Laga,
the investigation
was under investigation for the murder of Tycho Loa, and you guys were investigating that. You've proved that Hugo was innocent, although you did not solve who ultimately committed the act. It was enough for you guys to complete your investigation and get payment for that, and to exit the Naboo for the time being, at the very least. Bayard elected to stay behind and continue to work with Naboo security forces in the hopes of tracking this down. And you guys are currently headed back to Geba. Geba's cartel.
Shadda.
On Nar Shadda, correct.
Yarshidar?
Yeah, Nar Shadda. I believe you guys just entered hyperspace and are currently traveling over there. But before we get started, let's go ahead and roll some Destiny dice, shall we? I believe I hit this.
Do it.
Do I hit this button? Is this the button? Nope, that's not the button. Here we go. Click on the button in the chat to roll your Destiny pool, chat. I mean, gang, not chat.
Oh yeah.
Man, if chat was doing it, I don't know how.
I don't want to look.
It's all light sides. Awesome. All right.
Forces with us today, boys.
This will currently influence everything going forward. Also, just because it's been a little while, guys, it'll probably take us a little bit to get back into the swing of things here. So forgive us for any mistakes that we make as we play. I have also made some hardware and software changes since we last played. So if anything's wrong with the stream, please let me know in the chat and I will do my very best to fix it. Yeah, so you guys are currently traveling to Nar Shadda, which means I need to open up the traveling map for you guys, which I hope will play.
Hyperspace
Plays for you, but it does not play for me. Funny enough.
Huh.
It will eventually. It's a little wacky because I host it. There we go. Oh, that's the wrong map. Shit. That's my bad. That's an example map. I can fix that really quick. Sorry about that, guys. And that is not the right place. We want to go to this one. It'll change eventually, I promise. There it goes.
Yeah, cockpit view. Let's go.
That's what I was trying to get to. The other one's an example of what you can do with some of the map making stuff.
What the hell? Can't see the thing. I'm still on the galaxy.
It'll eventually load for you, derps. It should. And if not, I think I can move you over here.
Foundry, why you curse me so bad? There we go. Now I'm seeing. Now I'm in the pilot.
There you go. I think I have to activate it manually because shit be whack sometimes. Anyway, you guys are currently traveling back to Shadda. Is there anything you would like to do in the meantime? Chat or anything like that with each other? If not, you can just cut to arriving. Or does anybody have a better recap than what I gave at the start either as well? Because I'll be honest with you, it has been, according to the rolls, 27 days since we last played, so.
Jeez.
Yeah, unfortunately,
flies,
life. In the future, that's not going to happen. Even if it's just two of us, we will sit here and play it. I promise. That's a 902 promise. I don't break promises. If there's anything I missed or anything like that, let me know.
I'm just gonna be checking in on the piloting and just making sure we're on course and headed to the right place and everything. And also just gonna check in on Chippy too, because it's been a while since we have seen him.
Yeah, Chippy is kind of just currently rolling around the ship. Which I'll be honest with you, DT, it's been so long I forgot the name of your ship. I want to go the Viridian Rathar, but that is the old ship from a previous game.
This one's the Trinity Viper.
Trinity Viper, that's correct. Trinity Viper, that's right.
Viper, yeah.
I guess you never forget your first, which is the Viridian Raptor.
Shout out to Cleaver.
Shout out to the original ship.
Yeah.
The Trinity Viper, correct. I promise it'll get stuck in my brain eventually for you, for myself rather. Yeah, he's just rolling around the Trinity Viper, doing some casual maintenance and checking to make sure everything is working correctly.
Try to double check.
Excellent.
Because when we were on Naboo, it was a while back, I bought something called a shipboard system scanner, and I'm reading the description, and it feels like I need to install it into the ship.
Is it in your inventory, Derper?
Yes.
Just so I can look at it. That's all I mean.
Yep.
The shipboard system scanner, that one.
Yes.
Let me look here. Even saw sorry, number control number shipboard system scanners just connect. Size once checked in the starboard system. So Derber, Jindy is experienced enough to be able to install this without needing a roll or anything. You just kind of plug it in and hook it up. No problem. Don't need a roll for it or anything like that.
Cool. Keep that on me just in case ship combat ever happens. I need to remember what that does.
I'm gonna throw it on the ship equipment too. I think I can do that. Oh no, what happened to it? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. It's in the cargo hold, but I don't think that's where it goes. Can I put it in here? We'll worry about it later. It's in the ship cargo hold. Don't forget you guys have it. It is, in fact, installed.
Help for strain.
It helps restrain. It removes, for those of you that don't know, it removes a black die from, what is it?
From doing a check.
Checks to remove system strain for starships and vehicles. So basically, it makes repairing strain a little easier. In the event of you getting a black die, it would remove that. Okay. Oyen, your ship seems to be in all fine working order. As you go around and check all the systems and the things of that make. Doc, what are you up to currently? What is Doc working on in his spare time as we travel here?
I think Doc is probably messing with his, his doctor's kit, kind of refilling his stocks on various medicines. That's kind of what he defaults to. Tinkering with his cybernetics, that kind of thing.
Gotcha.
And especially that funky gas you got.
Okay.
Definitely doing some tests and stuff on his new poison that he got, figuring out how it works and how best to use it for good and only good.
Good and only good. Gotcha. You know what? I need to. That's something for later. I'll worry about that later. Yeah, if there's nothing else, we can move on. Is there anything else anybody else would like to do? In the meantime, any wounds or strain you've had, I don't think you've taken any, but are healed at this point as well.
Yeah, I think we're good.
All right.
Yeah, we're just ready to go back to Shadda.
Gotcha. All right. So
more mission.
So time passes and you come out of hyperspace like so, hopefully. If it plays.
Yeah.
It'll play eventually, I'm sure. It'll happen. There it goes.
I saw it.
And I think we need to move the ship on the map.
I believe
you
so,
guys
because we're still on.
are no longer Naboo. You are now
Still over there, yeah.
on
Can I move it, or is this
Shadda.
something that you have to do?
I think I can give you control of it. Let me look.
Yeah, I know. I could select the token. I could move it. Oh, I clicked something. The minute click it.
You flipped the coin. I flipped it back. It's fine.
Yeah, because it's not letting me do it.
Yeah, I think it's something I might have to change.
Oh, it's
in
because the
here.
game's paused. That's why the game's paused. You can't move tokens when the game is paused. Or we can't move stuff when the game's paused, but we'll move it.
Well, oh, hang on. Get rid of that.
Oh, the nothingness of space.
The nothingness of space. Yeah, I might need to do something.
It's all good. Yeah, you can do it. You can do it whenever later.
So here's what
it's
happened just now. My Forge is broken and I have to refresh it. So give me 2 seconds.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna refresh this on my end.
Gotcha.
So when I open that token, it won't let me exit the token, and I can't do anything. Thanks, Forge. Working as intended.
It's glitched. It's broken the game.
So maybe I'll just worry about moving the token for the moment.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's fine.
I did not expect it to break. Funny enough.
I was just curious if I could do it. Cause,
here you go.
Yeah, but it's fine.
Actually, no, Shadda, I think is right.
Dang,
Yeah, I
Bigfoot,
mean it's
you-
general area. It's fine.
Yeah, the token's big and fat, so it's fine. Yeah, you guys exit hyperspace and you see the shining lights of Nar Shaddah's planet come into the gleam of the cockpit windows. Yeah, you can proceed to a landing bay near where Gebba's kind of has an area cleared that is like his territory, where you guys can land if you so choose. You
Yes,
see, yep.
seeing
Sorry,
as
go ahead.
how seeing as how we're like kind of where he said that he'd cover like expenses in that regard. I'm like, I'm gonna land at a landing pad where I can fully like
Yeah.
refill the ship and keep it well maintained and not have to worry about docking it somewhere. So yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that.
Yeah. You're able to find to go into the landing pad. As you kind of fly in, you see just tons of ships kind of coming and going and leaving Atmo as they kind of probably bring in a multitude of illegal substances, cargo, things of that nature onto Nar Shaddaa. Yeah, you're able to find a landing pad without issue near Gebba's territory, which is near what is Gebba's? Let me look at my notes. Nope, that's not it. It's on the front page. Duh. Yeah, you go down to one of the Nar Shaddaa lower levels, which is where Gebba is currently located. Down below Nar Shaddaa. As you kind of go in toward the landing bay, DT, can you give me just a what is the roll here? The planetary space, is that what it's called? It's been a hot minute.
There's piloting planetary. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, because you're not in space anymore. Just give me just a one purple die planetary piloting check for me.
Okay.
As you kind of hit some turbulence in the lower level of Nar Shaddaa, it kind of shakes the ship.
First triumph of the day, baby.
Let me get my notebook.
God.
Oh yeah.
Let me get my notebook. It's around here somewhere.
'Cause I'm one hell of a pilot, baby.
Man, just
But instead of a
Man, this
notebook,
is-
we have an index card.
Hey, I thought you pulled out a sticky note, but that works too. Let's go.
I don't have any
Man,
sticky
just-
notes. DT3.
Man just lands last minute second, then pops out the landing gear.
I'm gonna land her NASA steady right here.
All right, so here's what happens, DT. You go flying in and you see the landing pad, but Gebba has prepared you for this. You went into your notebooks when you got recruited in, right? There's a reason that Gebba likes the lower levels, and the reason is that there's some planetary phenomena here that makes flying in kind of difficult. Luckily, you are prepared for this in the event that you have to land nearby, which obviously you do. You work for Gebba. You are one of his agents at this point, you and the entire crew. So yeah, you managed to hit the turbulence, and you're able to turn it to your advantage in a way that you land like one of the best pilots in the galaxy, right? Because you are one. Obviously, you're Oyen, but no one across the galaxy is one of the best pilots. And in fact, it's one of the reasons that Gebba recruited you, right? So you're able to turn this round like Tokyo Drift style, the Trinity Viper in, and land with it's almost eerily silent how you land the ship. You pull the the Oyen maneuver, right? Like you just drift in really quiet and plop right down. And you see in the cockpit these two Rhodians, like mechanics, standing like they're a little ways away, but you see them like standing near the landing pad. They're obviously they work here. They obviously work on ships. You can tell just by their look. They're just in conversation with each other, and they look over to where you land, and then they turn back to each other, and then they look again. They double take. Like first you were there, or sorry, first you weren't there, and now you're there, and they didn't even realize that you were there. Like you land this thing like a pillow, coming in for a landing. Oh, Ian.
Oh, so sweetly.
Yeah, like Jindy and Doc, you probably don't even realize you still feel like you're flying unless you're in the cockpit. That's how gentle Oyen placed this ship down in the Nar Shadda lower level.
Yeah, that goddamn onion maneuver.
Have we landed? I didn't even feel us touch down.
We have landed. We're good to go.
And as I get up out the cockpit seat, Chippy, like, you know how droids have like the little hands that they stick out sometimes. Chippy will like put out a hand and I'll like high five him after that landing.
So expecting the thumbs up like that.
Like the BB-8 thumbs up. Yeah,
it's a BB-8 thumbs up.
little knuckle bump.
Yeah, in this case, it's like, you know how like Chopper or like R2 have the little hands stick out sometimes. It's one of those, and we just do a little high five.
The one triumph for the Oyen maneuver.
These two roadies sitting out here probably just not doing work, having lunch.
Well, we're back. So I think we should go find Geba.
That would be wise. We definitely need some more work, especially if we want to make the ship purr and good.
And Oyen looks over and he sees that Markus is asleep and tired from the trip and the journey, so we'll leave him there. And just ask Jendi and Doc if they're ready to go.
I'm ready. We can go check in, maybe find some more work. Or we can relax for a while, whatever.
I am also good to go.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and do that.
All right.
And I think Chippy will come along because Markus will stay in the ship, of course. And I imagine he's going to stay in the ship.
Yeah, Markus is splayed out in one of the bunks in the back, sleeping. Yeah. He's getting some rest after everything. Naboo was quite an ordeal.
Naboo, it was. And he was, helping out people and doing, what he did. And yeah, it makes sense.
Indeed. So yeah, you guys take a moment, you gather your things that you're going to bring with you, and gather at the exit to the Trinity Viper. And Oyen, you let down the disembarking
landing ramp, yeah.
Yeah. And you walk out as that sweet, like, it's almost like kind of almost disgusting, but in a weird way, this is home kind of smell hits you. Like, Nar Shadda is not exactly the most clean planet, but you've been here enough in previous trips to have, maybe perhaps some of you, maybe not, have developed kind of a fondness for this lovely aroma that is Nar Shadda. Like mixed in with it is like the smell of like some spice on the air from somebody somewhere. There's some roasting meat probably down the street that's just kind of wafting in this general direction, mixed in with like a little bit of hints of garbage and pollution that the huts are obviously famous for.
that nice, good old slimy hut smell too.
Oh yeah, home sweet home. That is where you guys are currently. Like you missed it. Maybe not.
No matter how many times we're here, that smell never gets any better.
Doc just turns up the knob on the side of his mask to close the filter a little more.
But you guys have masks.
It's kind of got that orange haze in your vision, like you're in Canada right now or New York.
I gotta have a mask, man. I'm a Keldor, dude.
Right. Yeah, as you all disembark, you got your packs and your things as you kind of walk down the ramp. You know Geba's headquartered up over one of the sorry, brain fart. Cantinas. God, brain.
Yeah.
That is kind of named in his honor, known as the Slime Palace over there.
Great.
Yeah, exactly. You know, most of this when you were hired by Geba, you were kind of given all this information on the locations and things of how to get in and stuff like that. But as you disembark, these two Rhodians come kind of running up to you, Oyen, and they're just kind of like, have you ever seen a Rhodian excited? Like they're kind of like really excited. Like they're like, you how did you, what minute you were not here and next minute you were, how did you land so quietly? Like what? That's how did you do that?
I'm just a good pilot. And I've been here before, so I know what to expect.
Expect them like, it's a trade secret.
They just kind of look at each other and then look at you and said, even some of the best pilots get kind of messed up on that entryway that work for Geba. You must be one of the tops that works for Geba, huh?
That's right. And now you've seen Master Pilot at work. You're welcome.
They both kind of... Yep, sorry, go ahead.
Well, sorry, are you the two that do the fueling and the maintenance for the ship?
That's right. We're two of Geba's best mechanics, and they kind of look, they kind of stand up a little straighter and lift their head a little bit more as they address the Oyen here. They're like obviously trying to be like, they're impressed by you, so they kind of want to, you know, they want to capture some of that in their own body language, right? So they're just kind of chin in the air, looking up at you a little bit. You know, they kind of got that that thing about we're the best mechanics for Geba. Yeah, that's us.
All right, boys. This ship we've just arrived from a long journey, so my baby here is gonna need some care. Refuel her. Take care of her while we're on our business with Geba here. She needs it.
Yes, sir. Right away, sir. They say, and then they casually ask, "Can we ask your name, please, Mr.
Rawl, Oyen Rawl."
Right away, Mr. Rawl. We'll get this taken care of. We'll get you refueled. We'll do any little maintenance that it might need, any damage that it might have taken in your travels, and we will have you good to go for when you're ready to move out for Geba again.
That's Captain Rawl to you, but yes.
Yeah, sorry, Captain Rawl. Captain Rawl. Apologies, sir.
Well, I'll expect to see the ship in tip-top shape when we get back. See you later, fellas.
Yes, Captain. And they both immediately start scrambling, hooking up tubes to the Trinity Viper, and start the fueling process. One of them has a hydro spanner and starts doing some light maintenance on a little mark that you can't even barely see from where you are, Oyen. They're working super speed. These guys are top mechanics. Like, they are not lying. You can tell by how they act and get the job done.
Awesome.
Well, while they're fueling up the ship, let's go take care of business.
Yeah,
Excellent. Didn't we have some cargo to drop off to finish getting paid.
That's right. You have some salvage, I believe, for. Let me get my notes here. It's been a minute. Let me look. Kadan, for the Zon Consortium. Yeah. So you guys got salvage, I believe. Kadan, or Kadan, however you want to pronounce it. Star Wars, pronounce it two ways if you want to.
I thought it was like Caden or something like that.
Yeah, Caden, Kadan.
I mean, we know Star Wars pronunciations: Han, Han.
Yeah,
Leia,
exactly.
Leia. Like it's it's fine.
All over the place.
It is what it is. Anyway, you have salvage for Kadan, and I believe he said when you got here he would wire you a drop point. I believe is what it was. So obviously you guys are all well familiar with each other, and since Markus is the main point of contact, you guys were smart enough to realize that if Markus is passed out asleep on the ship, he can't really contact you with this drop location. Therefore, thinking ahead, Oyen or Doc or even Jindy, mayhap you are taking his calls to your comms. And as you are, you get there's almost a ping almost immediately. Not like for a call, but for a location, some coordinates, actually near where you guys are.
Look at that. Isn't that handy?
Real convenient, almost like they kind of know everything that's going on right here and now. So it's a drop point near a warehouse down one of the streets, not very far from where you are currently. From the ship that you guys, from the Lambda shuttle that you guys were able to grab boxes and things of that nature for, which it's you guys can get one of the hover turbo. What's the word I'm looking for? One of the lifts that you can use to haul cargo. And load it on there
or whatever.
Yeah, cargo hauler. Well, I was trying to think of the real word thing, but in real life, but yeah, a cargo hauler. No, not a forklift, but yeah, you're able to get a cargo hauler and load the cargo onto it if you so choose to. Right now, you don't have to, but if you want to, you can.
I mean, I feel like we might as well, since we're already here and we got the location for it. We'll take care of that first, and then we'll head over to Geba, right?
Yeah, no reason not to pick up some cold hard cash.
Let's get
That
them credits.
money, baby. Come on, we're gonna be rolling in it.
That's right. You guys get a favor for this job, and I think some money. Let me look in the adventure journal.
Is it in there?
200 credits as well. Yes, it is in there. I remembered.
I'm glad I wrote that down in there.
It's a good thing you did, because it would have been forgotten about.
Well, look at that.
Because I forgot to add it to my notes. So yeah, you guys load up the cargo hauler with the salvage from the Lambda job, and there are a variety of denizens wandering the streets as you kind of make your way down to where this warehouse is located. They might look at you for a moment. You are kind of like a strange crew, but not that strange here in hut space. So there's all sorts of scum and villainy that wander these streets at times. So you might keep your hand a little closer to your blaster or something like that. That would kind of deter anybody that was looking in your direction. But anybody that looks doesn't look very long, and this kind of moves on. After walking probably about 10-15 minutes down, you eventually come to the location of the drop, and it is these large metal doors that lead into a warehouse. As you kind of arrive outside the doors, they open immediately, like you were expected at this drop point. No issues at all. There's not even any guards around or anything of that nature. The doors open for you as you kind of walk in through them. They close behind you as you kind of push the cargo hauler in with the salvage, and as you kind of take. No, it's a big empty warehouse. There's really nothing in here that you can see as you kind of take a casual glance around the room. There's a couple of catwalks up on the upper parts of this warehouse. Obviously, there's a place where there's an office and other kind of rooms and stuff of that nature. As you guys pull the cargo hauler into the middle of the room, a voice comes up over an intercom in the room that says, and you recognize it as the voice of Kadan, any of the three, which is kind of a little garbled up a little bit. You can't quite make it out, but you've heard it kind of a little bit previously. Have that kind of same tone and thing that says, a job well done. Your payment's on the table over there, and there's a table that's right near you guys, and it has like a little like suitcase on it, you know.
Certainly, it's been a pleasure. And should you need of our services again sometime in the future, you know how to contact us.
The voice responds to you immediately, saying, "The same goes for you in the event that you need that favor. The Zon Consortium never forgets a debt."
And I'm sure you'll be hearing from us as soon as we have need.
Excellent.
So, just like out of character, real quick. So,
yes,
we're seeing Kadan, right?
You're not seeing Kadan.
See him?
No.
Oh, no,
there's
not.
There's an intercom system that he's talking through, but you don't actually see him.
Okay. I'm only asking because
you want to know what he looks like? You're looking at the notes.
Yeah, I want what he looks like because I'm looking at the notes. I'm like, I don't even know what alien he is or if he's human or anything like that. You know, that's the reason why I asked. But anyway,
no, I got you.
So he's on an intercom. I got you.
Intercom, yeah.
Much appreciated, Kadan. Your contact Markus is with us, but he was a little unavailable. Let's just say for meeting up here. He's all right though. Just a little tired. Last, a little while here that we've been on. It's been a heck of a journey to get some of this. So to get to this point.
Understood. I do have agents on Naboo. I've heard a little bit about what you're doing. Well, I like to know who I'm working with, who the consortium is working with. No offense.
None taken. I assume I'm being watched at all times.
That's a safe bet.
It's all time, so no.
Your payment's on the table. You can take it and leave whenever you're ready.
Very well, thank you. And yeah, I just you guys are undercover most of the time, or I've only heard bit about you all, so I'm not sure what you guys have been up to since the fall of the Empire, which is obviously a few years now. I've heard rumblings here and there about you guys, but yes, it'll we definitely could use the work, so it's much appreciated. And yes, like Doc said, we let you know when we'll call in that favor. And out of curiosity, with that, do we let you know, or do we contact you for that, or is there someone else that we need to contact? Perhaps, just out of curiosity.
You can contact. It says you can contact me if you kind of need to set it up in advance. In the event that you can't set it up in advance, if you can find an agent, although I imagine that would be quite hard for you to do, of the Zon Consortium. But in the event that you do, I will make it known to certain agents throughout the galaxy that if your crew, for example, could find one of them and then are in a bind, they can certainly help you out. But odds are that you will contact me, and that is acceptable.
Very well. Like I said, just curious in the event to use it. But yeah. Well, thanks for the job. Let us know if you guys need anything else. We'll we'll be around, and like you said, I'm sure you guys will be keeping tabs anyway. But yeah, we'll be around. So much appreciated.
Tiberzon appreciates your expediency with this work. And the intercom cuts off.
All right.
Like I said, the payment is over on the table in like a case.
Yeah, I'll just walk over to it, pick it up, head out. Do I can I do a quick I like to do a quick perception check to see just like as I'm like walking over to the box, and as I'm like going before I get to it, like as I'm walking over there, I'm just gonna do like a quick little one of these type of glances over really quickly, just like over, and just to see like if there's
A window or something.
I assume there's cameras and stuff, but I'm just like
Okay.
That's kind of what I'm looking out for. So I just want to do a quick little
Go ahead and
scan,
give a
basically.
it'll be 1 purple die. Yeah. Go ahead at him. Flop the box over so you guys can see the result.
My God.
2 successes, 1 advantage.
All right,
That's
so
nice.
as you kind of start the walk over and you kind of take glances around, there's a camera on each corner of the wall. So like do camera, kind of gives a whole overhead view of the area. The advantage you get, Oyen, is that you could tell that there's a blind spot probably up in the upper part of the room where the cameras cannot see. Like there's just an overlap as they kind of look around. There's a place that would be a blind spot in the event that you ever needed it, up in one of the areas of the room.
Okay, cool. Good to know.
Yeah.
So I'll just open up the little box there, and then grab have a fistful of credits, and then make our way out of there.
Yeah. All right, so you get the money. You guys can split that up after the game, or however you want to do.
Well, I think it's 200. So, and there's 4 of us, so it'll just be like 50 apiece, right?
Yeah.
So we can just do it that way if you guys want.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
All right.
Markus
cool.
gets some share.
I can add it to Markus for him since he's not here.
Sounds good.
Gears and equipment, money. All right.
Easy peasy.
Yeah, so another job completed. Let me mark down.
We're just completing all the jobs. We're the best.
Job complete.
Doc will kind of, as they're walking out, Doc will kind of tap Oyen with his elbow. Not very experienced making trading favors with shady organizations, I see. Don't worry, you'll get used to it.
Yeah, I suppose that's something I don't have the most experience with, but you know, as a smuggler, I should probably you would think I'd be a little bit more used to it with what I've been up to these past years since the end of the war, but you know, I guess I've just been taking my work in not so lucrative but more what one word would say, perhaps more acceptable and not so shady circumstances and you know, employers, I suppose, which is probably why I'm in this situation of needing credits. If I had probably started working more for, you know, the consortium or the huts or whoever, then maybe you wouldn't be in this case. But you know, here's to hope maybe not only doing the right thing, but also getting paid for it too.
Getting paid is always nice. I have no memories of a time when I didn't have to trade favors with sketchy individuals to survive. So I'm honestly a bit jealous. But you know, it's not so bad.
This makes me worried now, Doc, about your past experiences. Did you murder people?
Define murder.
Oh, well, you definitely got excited when you got that gas, so.
I mean,
This-
have people died in my area around me for related things that I did? Maybe. Did they deserve it? Mostly. Um, you know, but generally speaking, I'm a healer. I'm a physician. I try to make people happy and feel good and get rid of this useless meat they carry around. You know, that kind of thing.
Okay, just double checking.
Yeah. You guys transfer all your money to the correct persons and make your way out of the warehouse that opens up and closes behind you. You are now free, if you so choose to, continue on to Gebas or to get into any trouble on Nar Shaddaa that you may so choose.
Hell yeah, we like trouble.
Yeah, I think after the Zon business, I think we should go meet up with Geba. I think that'd be good. The
Yeah,
best thing to do afterwards is take care of all the business stuff first, and then we'll see what happens from there.
Shall we go check in on our patron and see what they have to say?
Yes, I think we should.
All right, lead the way, Captain.
Onward.
And I assume, Josh, that we just take like a, I don't know. Well, I guess we take back the hover or the cargo hauler back to where we got it, and then from there maybe we catch like a taxi or some kind of train or some or a speeder or whatever to
Well,
give us
whatever
right?
you need to travel. Like there's taxi services,
Yeah.
there's trains, there's you could walk if you so choose. You don't even have to take the cargo hauler back. Like when you start to, Chippy like plugs into it and does some not hacking, but like some computer changes and it like starts driving itself kind of back.
Nice. Oh yeah,
Uh,
take that thing back where it came from. Let's go.
Exactly. So you're able to make your way over to the slime palace, however you so choose.
I just that name.
Oh, I don't like that name.
Palace, oh no.
The slime is it like is it just a name or like when we go there like oh first of all have we been there is this a place we've been to like
No,
this is
you were
where
on the party barge before. You haven't been to the slime palace
I know
yet.
that I know that but I was just curious like if we I couldn't remember if we had like been to it afterwards after the barge or not but I
don't
guess all
believe
the
so.
business was on the barge okay
Most, pretty much all the business was done on the barge at the time, and that's where the fight and all that kind of happened out there. The
Okay.
proving.
okay yeah
The blitz raid.
Pretty big
That's
barge then
Oh yeah, it was huge. It was gigantic. It was like
yeah because okay
Big old,
yeah.
the big
anyway
old
I was just
neon.
curious so
One of the things
Like,
that I'm bad at as a DM is describing the size of things. I'm either like, this is just big, right? Like that's
Yeah,
usually
yeah.
what my brain goes to.
I'm just trying
Um,
to like think of how big it is because yeah, that I feel like a lot of shit went down on that barge then. But anyway,
It's the size of plot.
sure, yeah.
Big
But
neon
I was
sign.
just thinking of the slime palace. Though, is it like just a name or like does it actually like look like slimy like on the outside and the inside? But I mean, I guess we'll find out when we get there. But that's just what I'm thinking right now. But I'm ready to I'm ready to go. We'll take a steep speeder or something to it. Yeah.
So you're gonna take the slime speeder over to the slime. No, I'm kidding. You
Oh,
get
hell no.
No.
you
I'll
ride a
take a
gelatinous
fucking-
cube into the slime palace.
Oh God.
No, I'm
Gelatinous
kidding. I'm
cube
joking.
over.
No.
The cuber.
So you guys get a taxi or a train and you make your way over to where the slime palace is located, and it is. You are relieved to see that no, it is not covered in slime. It is indeed just a name, as you kind of so it is like this it's kind of like a door here, and you kind of made into a wall, and it has guards out front. There's some Gamorreans and some
I mean, the doors got to be big enough to fit the huts, right? So
Exactly.
we're good with the doors.
Actually it's not Gamorreans, it's Grond. That's the bulk of Gebba
okay.
the Slimy's gang. Like he obviously has a mix of multiple species,
Yeah, I
but the
mean,
vast majority
yeah.
that are attracted to him are the Grond.
Bron, yeah.
So there's a particularly like large Grond there. Like the dude just looks like the size of a Gamorrean. Like he's a big fucking dude. He is just kind of standing guard with one of the other Gronds as you guys approach. He takes a minute to look you over. And then he steps aside to allow you entry. He obviously knows that you are one of Gebba's agents, and there's like as he kind of clears out of the way, you hear the beat of music coming from inside the slime palace. Do you guys choose to go inside? Is that what we're doing?
So yeah, I'm just gonna. I mean, the dude acknowledges that we're.
He acknowledges that you're there.
People, so I'm just gonna walk in because I mean, there's no reason to linger around, so I'm just gonna step right in. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So the door.
We got any jams to jam to, Josh, or no?
I actually don't. I've looked everywhere for some royalty-free
Oh,
Cantina
man.
music, and I don't have any, unfortunately.
That's okay. I'm gonna throw on my own in the background.
Yeah,
just so I can get
feel
into
free
the-
to throw
the
on your
vibe.
own Cantina music. I unfortunately do not have any. If you are a music maker out there, this is just a shot in the dark. But if you are a music maker out there, and you're fine with making music for the show, I know it's not easy and it's very hard. But if you have like some royalty-free Cantina type music, let me know. I will shout you out on every show. I will add you into every description, all of that. I would do that. I would love to.
In general, royalty-free Star Wars-esque music, right?
Yeah, it's really hard. Like I have like some music that could be club music, but it would not fit Star Wars. So,
You never know, man. You never know what these. I mean, you never know what these jizz whalers are up to, or the little droid dude in the saloon.
I got you.
Had
But
had a little variety of music, you know.
I need to go. So here's the thing. I have a shitload of royalty free music and I have not gotten through all of it. So I need to eventually, like I have, how big is this folder? That's 12 gigabytes in one folder and 48 gigabytes in another folder. So that's a lot of music to go through. So I've made it through some of it, but I have not made it through all of it. In the future, though, there will probably be music if I can dig it up. But yeah, you guys enter into the slime palace. The beats kind of hit you. You immediately get like that smell of sweat and food kind of intermingled together. Kind of hits you, and there are people like dancing around, moving to the beat of the music. The lights are kind of low. There's some Twilight dancers up on a stage, kind of dancing around. There's a bartender, not a bartender, like serving droids going around, giving drinks. You see like an alcove kind of carved into the back wall, and that's where Geba is currently located in all his slimy glory. You see not too far away Cubis Chica, the John Wick that is basically one of Geba's. Yeah, he is a Rhodian, kind of right hand man. You see Lazara, the I think she was bartending when you last saw her.
Twi'lek, yeah.
Yeah, the Twi'lek.
She is the Twi'lek lady that I got into the wanting to free her thing, for those who don't remember.
Correct. You see
my obligation.
Correct, which I have once again failed to take into account here, but I need to remember to do that after the game. Don't let me forget, guys. I got to make a rolling table, and I failed like 4 times to do it. You see Fuck Narc over in one of the other corners, the big, large Gamorrean that got in a fight with you guys. I try really hard not to laugh when I say the name. Dan, this is your fault.
This is all Dan right here.
Yeah. I promised Dan I'd put him in Star Wars, so here he is. But yeah, you've pretty much seen everybody you saw in the party bar. It's like I don't know if you guys met Moff Forta when you guys were here before. He was a Twi'lek space pirate. I think you guys saw him, but I don't know if you actually met him. I can't remember. It's been a while.
I was he was a dude. I have it in the notes here. He was a dude that noticed that I was looking at Lasara.
That's correct.
So he, I think we did interact with him, but I don't remember the specifics.
If it was something quick. The person that you interacted with the most, I remember, is Hosh.
Hosh,
the
yeah,
Bothan,
he's the
ex-rebel.
Bothan pilot, yeah, ex-rebel, yeah.
Yeah. He's kind of mingling around. He's not really doing too much at the moment. Markus met this one character, I believe.
Crag,
yeah, Crag.
Also Gron.
He is near Geba, kind of like in the shadows a little bit. You take notice of him over there. And oh god, I just had a terrible idea. Yeah, you see Geba in like this alcove. He's kind of watching the dancers kind of dancing around a little bit, and yeah, you take in the scene. That's the scene.
All right, cool. Well, I guess we're just gonna go up to Geba because
Mhm.
he's the guy we gotta talk to, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just make my way over to him.
You make your way through the crowd, and as you kind of start making your way, Kubis notices you immediately because he's keeping an eye out for anything that might be like trouble. As you make your way kind of up toward Geba, you see Chica in the corner kind of put his hand up like this. Not anything bad, and it's not hostile in any way, but you can kind of tell by looking at him, he's like, hang on a minute. Like, don't hang on a minute. And you see you see a woman that you hadn't seen before standing in this armor in front of Geba. She is holding a helmet to her side, and you can tell that she has, like, she's wearing Mandalorian armor. And as you kind of take a notice of her, she has pale brown hair. You kind of get a look at her face. She's got kind of light freckles on her face. She kind of is scanning the room. You catch her eye. She has very pale green eyes, but you can tell by her demeanor that this is a person that really means business. Doc, you recognize this person, Doc? I'll let you decide. Doc, are there any other Hut cartels that you may have previously had dealings with? Mayhap. Did you ever meet any of their underlings, perhaps?
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, they probably would have been by my establishment, or yeah. So plenty of dealings with underlings.
All right, so you recognize this person, Doc, as one of Zelon the Vials, the Hut. Kind of like not necessarily a second in command, but definitely a very high up chief enforcer for him. Her name is Mira Halcard. And I will give you the name in chat. And she is a Mandalorian. And she kind of worked for Zelen, however you want to say his name. Star Wars again. As an enforcer, doing jobs for him. Mayhap hunted his any bounties that he might have out there. Type. She's that type of person, right? She's kind of like his Boba Fett. And she is standing in front of Geba the Slimy, having a conversation with him that you can't quite overhear from where you're standing at the moment. Kind of like, it's a little hush-hush, like the music is obviously high for a reason. It's obviously covering up this combo.
Yeah, sure. I mean, as soon as I saw Kubis be like, "Yo, hold up," I'm just like, "All right, I'm just gonna wait here until, obviously they're having a conversation, and I'm just gonna, not really, makes no never mind to me as of right now. So I'm just gonna mind my own business and just wait.
As soon as Doc clocks her, he's gonna go like stick straight, like straighten up, like startled a little bit, and go,
Ah, dang, Varric. I'm gonna make myself scarce for a moment. Why don't you hit me up on the comms when that is over?
Everything all right there, Doc?
Yeah,
Oh,
is
well-
everything okay?
We'll talk later.
All right.
Right now, I need to not be seen.
Very well.
and with that, like Doc will like either head right back out the door or to like bathroom booth, something where he can break line of sight.
All right, got you. Yeah, you're very easily able to break line of sight. Like she never sees you. Like when she looks around the room, she's just taken in the room. And she's having this conversation with Geba that you guys can overhear. And then once that conversation ends, she turns around and leaves. You see Geba call over to Kubis, Chica, and kind of motion for him to like become a little closer so Geba can talk to him, and he kind of heaves his hulking, slimy bulk over a little bit, as close as he can. You know how you lean over and talk to somebody, and he's kind of like, his movements leave a little slime drippage down the his dais there, and you see him lean over and say something to Kubis, who starts out after Mira Halkard, and he, like, as he's walking out after her, he gives you the nod, Oyen, that you can continue on, continue on, and he goes after Mira.
Okay, I will step forward then once I get that clear sign.
Geba takes notice of you and says, welcome to the Slime Palace. It's your first time visiting, I believe, yes? He's obviously speaking in Huttese, but...
Yeah, it is, yes. Last time I was here, we were on the barge, so this is our first time here, yeah.
Good.
You have here.
And I look.
Thank
look
you.
around
Thank
like,
you. Mm-hmm. Yeah. He looks you over and says, "Are you getting enough work, or do you need anything from the great and great sliminess himself?" Hmm? He kind of laughs.
Well, we just got done with a few jobs, so if there's anything else that you have for us, I would, we'll take it. Also, just making sure that we're still, getting that Twi'lek girl over there.
and I point over to Lasara, like enough for Geba to notice, but like not for anybody else to notice. You know what I mean, kind of deal. Because I
Gotcha.
don't want her like looking over here either while I'm like,
Well,
talking about this with Geba.
make a stealth check for me. Why don't you, sir? Well, I believe there's a
That
stealth.
works.
I think there's a stealth
Choose
check.
included
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want? What's the difficulty?
It'll be just there's a lot of people. It's probably just like it's a lot of people. One purple. Nobody's really paying attention, but there's always a chance.
Okay. Damn.
Wow.
That's a shame, but hey, can't
wash.
win them all, I guess.
Yeah, that's a dice roll to interpret right there. So there's a
fail
chance
and
that
3 advantages.
so there's a chance that somebody might notice you. There's a chance they might not. So with your advantages, you I'll be honest with you. I'm having a hard time drawing anything for advantages. How about you, DT? Do you have any idea?
Can I make it so that nobody notices, but maybe she did, and that's kind of the fail, but like nobody else noticed with my advantages?
Sure.
Just like can I make so just her and Geba like are know that I'm
aware?
that's,
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely. You can do that.
but with my advantages, nobody else did because
Yeah.
like you said, the music's popping, people are drinking and doing their own thing. So yeah, that's what I would like to do.
Okay, that works for me. She notices. Nobody else really notices other than Geba, who you obviously are addressing right now. So yeah, you have 5 obligation to Geba to try to get her freedom, right?
I trust you haven't forgotten about our little deal here with Twi'lek over there, Mighty Geba.
Of course not. Of course not. A hut never forgets a deal. He kind of laughs afterwards.
Very well.
He says, "How would you like to make a little progress on that for me?"
Sure. What do you got? Like I said, we could use some more work.
I have a shipment coming in that could use a little security. Just a little escort from point A to point B. Here on Shadda, even.
Shadda?
Yes.
Very well. Is this any time soon?
I'll give you a couple days. Shipment coming in. Highly sought after cargo. Top secret.
All right.
He winks at you, which is weird for a hut with his big orbiting eyeball that's kind of got this pus kind of running out of it. When it's like,
I imagine he winks and just like a spludge of slime just like kind of like shoots out a little bit and like ugh.
See
I'm
that
surprised.
now?
I'm surprised.
See,
they have
you were.
eyelids.
So I was thinking that, and I was like, you know what? That's too gross. I'm not gonna gross anybody out. But since you said it, that's exactly what happens.
I mean, that's just what I picture. He's like Geba the slime. He just like kind of winks and just like a like a splotch of like
Just
slime,
oozes. Just oozes out like running mascara.
Yeah.
I kind of like move it, kind of like a little bit.
Yeah, there's like a cleaning droid that comes out and like cleans up the spot really quickly and then rolls off. Yeah. He says. He says he looks at you and says, "Look, this delivery will help grow the business a little bit right now. You understand? There's other cartels that I need to be, wary of. Xelon is one of those other cartels."
Right. I recall you mentioning him last time we spoke. Yeah. Is he the biggest competition at the moment?
He's definitely one of the most powerful. He's so powerful that he's not even on Shadda right now.
I think at this point, Doc has probably noticed that she's gone and is kind of joining the party.
Yeah. Yeah, so Doc kind of gets back up kind of like with you, Oyen. He says, yeah. Xelon likes to hang around, and DT, maybe you can pronounce this planet for me, but I'm like really bad at it. Syk? TSYK? That planet? I think it might be a Legends planet that I'm gonna use. It's in HUD space, but not just somewhere nearby. We'll call it Syk for now. Why not? And he's got a luxury cruiser that he's currently on. Anyway, he's not important right now. His time will come, Geba says to you, Oyen, and But right now, I need to make this. I need to ensure that this delivery goes without any screw ups.
We'll take care of it. And I can't say I've ever been to Sick, so not sure what it's like over there. That's where you say he is.
Mm. Oh, Zelon has a luxury cruiser. He likes to hang around over there. And anyway, a couple days, work down the debt a little bit. I'll even throw in 500 credit bonus for you on top of working down that debt. This is highly important, and whatever you do, do not open the cargo. If you open the cargo, well, you don't want to know.
All right. We'll get on that. Don't you worry. Just have whoever send us the information that we need for on the data pad, and I'll get the crew ready and updated and in the know on what we have to do.
Krog will send it to you momentarily.
Very well.
Now, you know that Geba's cover is like his legal businesses are food, right? I believe I've established that when you
That
guys
sounds
previously
familiar.
met him.
Oh, hell
Um,
no. I ain't gonna eat any food from him.
I'm not sure how much of the food he's touching or handling, but you know, I get what you mean.
I just picture like SpongeBob, how they used to make Krabby Patties with paste, and it's just a machine and it comes out looking good.
See, I was thinking you were gonna go the soda from Futurama with the Slug Queen.
Yes.
For Geba, which is just horrible. Slurm. That's it.
Don't
Slurm.
eat,
Slurm.
don't drink anything
terrible.
from the Slime Palace. Anything
Terrible.
with that trademark on it, avoid.
Awful, terrible. Yeah. So so it is logical to assume, DT, that this could possibly be a food shipment. Like, he does bring in food, but it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for you guys to be security for food. That's a legitimate thing. Surely nobody would rob food. What he actually traffics in is unknown to even you guys, because it is probably something for the higher echelon to kind of know. Regardless, it is probably something illegal, and you're able to discern that. You are working for a hut. They are not known for their legalies. So
the
yeah,
way
you
the
have
audience sees it, it's just, you know, like you said, there's all these cartels trying to undermine each other, and they're trying to one up each other. So I figured it's just, you know, cartel shit that, you know, underworld cartel shit that they, you know, need or whatever. I know.
Yeah, exactly. Regardless, you have a couple days to get ready for this particular security assignment. Feel free to mingle and do whatever you guys want to do in the meantime.
Will do. Much appreciated.
So yeah. Gibba goes back to enjoying the party and festivities. The music starts, you know, it's kind of brought down a little. It's brought down enough that it's not making people kind of like cover up their ears, right? Obviously, it was really loud to cover up any illegal businesses and stuff like that. Keep things on the DL. But it's back to like a more normal level now. Yeah. So yeah, what do you guys want to do?
I'm gonna go catch up with my boy Hosh, since I would have noticed him when we walked in here, and I just wanted to take care of the business stuff first before I caught up with anybody. So now that that's taken care of, I'm gonna go and catch up with him real quick.
Gotcha. Yeah, Hosh is sitting over at a table. Doc and Jindy, I'm just assuming that you're kind of going with Oyen at this time. If you want to do anything separately, let me know, and I can we can kind of cut to you guys.
I'm trying to think. I feel like after getting paid, reaching Nar Shaddaa, maybe check to see if anything good's on the black market sort of deal.
I got you.
Do a bit of shopping whopping.
Sure. We will take care of that after we do. Oh yeah, how about that?
That's fine with me.
All right. So Oyem, Hosh is over near, sitting at a table nearby. He's just kind of having a drink, and he's like, how people will drink casually and read with like one hand. He's kind of got like his data pad up, and he's having like a drink. And he's kind of scrolling through some like
Just about just like the Hollow Knight or something. Probably.
yeah, he's just kind of looking through some notes he has.
Gotcha. Cool. Yeah, I'll walk over to him and just like just make it known that I'm there. And then
He looks up at you and says, Oyen, please sit. You and your friends too.
Hey there, Ash. I see Geba has a fancy little club place here. This is quite the scene here. Is this where he normally operates from?
He looks at you and says, yeah, actually cleaner than most of the hut palaces, in my humble opinion. Of course, I haven't been in that many.
Yeah, well, I haven't been in too many myself, so this is definitely, not that I'm not used to kind of places or cantinas or places like this, but definitely for the huts, this is quite different, I would say, from what I know.
Yeah, and even looking around, Oyen and everybody else is like, clean isn't exactly the word you would use for it, but it's still dirty, but it is definitely like there are some worst crap holes out there in the galaxy that you've been in, probably. This one is surprisingly clean for a place called the Slime Palace, actually.
It's in the 50 percentile, probably.
I couldn't remember what it was called, so in the notes I put the slime hole until I could remember what it was actually called.
Oh, hell!
That's terrible.
There.
I couldn't remember. You're like, all I know is it was the slime something. I'm like, what was it? But now that you said slime palace, I'm like, okay, cool, slime palace. I can remove slime hole from the notes.
Get rid of hole. Get rid of hole.
We're good.
Hosh, a bartending droid kind of rolls up, and Hosh takes off like a bunch of drinks. Like there was a bunch of drinks on it. You guys didn't order a bunch of drinks, but Hosh pulls a bunch of drinks off. He's obviously giving you somebody else's drinks. He doesn't care, and kind of passes them out to you guys. Like, what's anybody gonna do? I'm in the Slime Palace, like. So he hands you all a drink, and it's a mix of whatever you want, really.
Sure, yeah.
I assure you, none of it is green like Gibbous slime. If that crossed your mind.
Oh no.
We're drinking what?
Doc just flicks a little probe out of his finger and stirs it a little bit.
Soylent Green is Geba slime. No.
Is it curdled?
But yeah, the drinks are drinks. They're nothing untoward about them. You can drink them without worry. But yeah, says Hash looks at you and says, "Tell me, what have you been up to since we last spoke? It's been a minute."
It has. I was just about to ask you, what have you been up to since we were last here? We were on Naboo, dealing with some jobs there, and yeah, we just got back not long ago, and we're here, just taking care of business, and now just taking in the sights before the next job.
He looks at you and says, "Well, I was well, there's this community of people out in some uncharted areas. They wanted me to kind of go out and scout this planet for them to kind of settle down, and it was a good job. Paid me 1,600.
Hey, it's not bad.
Yeah, too bad the planet was full of toxic gas." He kind of chuckles.
Well, I'm sure it was worth it then.
Yeah, good thing I had my backup mask.
Always good to be prepared.
Indeed. You see him like he kind of pulls out of the mask that's like it's like covered in like this gunk, and he starts like cleaning it off. It's like pretty toxic.
Oh man.
Oh no.
What planet was this?
Oh
Just
no.
taking notes.
Oh no.
It doesn't have a name. It's just out in the unknown space. Here, I can give you coordinates. He kind of writes down. I mean, he doesn't even write it down. He like taps a little bit on his data pad, and it kind of pings. It's over in. If you guys are looking at the map, it's like right here. I'd argue probably like right around in that area. It's not on the map, obviously, because it's just discovered. But
Over in wild space. Oh man.
Tell you what, I'll put a little dot right there. How about that?
Okay.
Damn,
okay.
it's white. Can I change the color on that?
I mean, the rest of the planets on the map are white. That makes it's all good.
Yeah, I just need to put a little text there.
That place is going to be called the Slime Hole if we ever colonize it or name it.
God, why is this so large? All right, fuck this. I'll do it after the game. So yeah, he gives you the coordinates to it. It's down there, located in some wild space. He doesn't really give you many more details than that. If you, he says if you go, make sure you bring a whole suit set up, cause and don't stay on the surface too long. It'll eat right through it.
Doc just looks down. All right.
You kind of like, yeah. Be careful.
Did you take any droids with you? How'd they fare out there?
I don't usually work with droids too much, you know. Just me. Kind of works alone. Hush kind of works alone. It's kind of his deal. A little bit. But what have you been up to? What have you been working on?
Well, like I said, we were on Naboo. We just got back. Gonna be doing another job here for Geba pretty soon. You know anything about some shipments coming in sometime this week?
Geba always has shipments coming in. It could be all sorts of things. I've never really done anything like that for him, though.
understandable.
Yeah. I will say be careful. Geba has powerful enemies. Like any hut. Have you ever met a hut that didn't have enemies? You ever met a hut that had friends? Be kind of weird.
True. But
That is, in fact, a very interesting thought. A hut with friends.
You all take a minute to ponder it. Then you go back to talking. It just doesn't make sense. It's like saying 1 + 1 = 3. It doesn't make any sense, right? Like, a hut with friends. How odd.
that's quite the thought indeed.
I think instead of friends, most huts just have guns. Hired guns. And explosives.
Well, I look around here and there's quite a few.
Everybody's strapped in the club. Like, even though they're dancing around, they got guns or swords or grenades, bandoliers. Like, take your pick. Everybody's got a weapon of some kind in here.
Yeah, weapon.
What's interesting about it is Geba's not afraid of all these people being armed in his presence, right? Like these are all people that he would have some degree of trust in, right? And it might strike you as odd. It might not strike you as odd that everybody in here's like kind of strapped, but Geba pays well, and he expects loyalty, and he's also got Kubis. You know, nobody's gonna mess with Kubis yet. Anyway, yeah.
Of course.
Yep. Go ahead.
All right, well, just
Did
came to.
Kubis follow Mira out of the...
You're sounding a little different there, Doc. You got a little new voice modulator?
Oh, I lost you completely.
Oh, hey, Agenda, you might want to check in on Doc there.
Yeah, let's open him up. Let me check his
Doc
voice panel.
fiddling with his knock a little bit. Like,
Did I hit a weird button there?
yeah, you sure did.
Sorry about that. Back to normal.
Yeah, the dial set to Wumbo.
Did Kuba follow Mira out, or just like walk her to the door? Or Kubis, I mean.
I assume you were watching the door. So you would have seen that, yes, Kubis did indeed follow her out.
Okay, so Kubis isn't in here anymore.
Not right now, he's not, no. He followed her out, yes. Yeah.
So, Hush, you're fairly plugged in around here. Does Mira Halkard come around here often? What do you know of her?
No, actually, it's the first time I've ever seen her. When she walked in, you would have thought, an Imperial Moth had walked in the door. Everybody was ready to throw down. But she just wanted to talk together. And with Kubis there, nobody was worried.
Oh, no reason to be worried with ghosts around, sure.
Yeah.
Just, odd.
So I get that we don't. There's not too many Mandalorians walking around these parts, huh?
No, not with the recent news, I don't think. I think a lot of them have resigned their positions sorry, let me clarify that. Not with recent changes. It's like some of the, I've heard a lot of the Mandalorian enforcers or different soldiers have kind of resigned or left the service of their employers.
Hmm.
From what I've heard.
That's interesting.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't looked into it too much. I don't really know any of the Mandos.
Sure, they have their reasons. That's a lot of Mandalorians these days are known for being bounty hunters or mercenaries or enforcers, right?
You know, famously tight-knit group that, you know, don't usually air their business.
definitely do not want to crack one.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, that's kind of like all he says is like he's so kind of all I've heard about Mandos at the moment. So
All right. Well, we just came in to check on you, man. Like I said, we just got back from Naboo, so we're kind of gonna take it easy here for the next couple of days before we go on to our next job.
he nods and says, "Yep, yep, it's good to check in. See each other, especially in this line of work. You never know one of us need to help each other."
That's right.
All right. Yeah. You guys just kind of have your drinks and time passes. Is there anything else you want to do in the Slime Palace? Anybody else you want to see or talk to?
That I can think of. I mean, unless Doc or Jindy. I mean, I can't think of anything.
Trying to think. Is that Gamorrean still there? The one that was beefing with me in the first session?
Yeah, he's around. He's over in a corner.
I'll just give him a look and just give him a nod.
Yeah, he just kind of ignores you.
Is this fucking arc we're talking about?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's funny.
Love you too, buddy.
Hilarious.
Yeah. It's pretty funny.
Somebody'd say something and they'll go, "Oh, you sound a bit grumpy. You want to take a nap?"
Yeah, Fognar just kind of ignores you. He doesn't particularly care for you, Jindy, I'll be honest.
Don't know why.
He just kind of snorts
nothing wrong.
and goes back to his train.
Did nothing wrong. Man's just a hater. Hates women.
Yeah. Anything else in the Slime Palace?
Is there a way to see like outside what's going on in front? You know.
No, it is completely like sealed up, like inside. You have to go out the door. It strikes you as this is probably a security measure on why there's no windows.
Is there like maybe a terminal that has like cameras looking outside that I could maybe hack into and you know, check the feed just to look outside before we go?
Oh, sure. You can there's terminals all over, and there's probably most definitely security cams outside. You could probably hack into it and see the cameras outside. Sure. Just give me
I'll try to just like reroute the feed to my visor so that
yeah. How obvious are you being with this? Do you care or not? It's not like it's illegal to hack into this stuff from the palace, right? Like the Shadda is pretty lawless, so
Not being super obvious about it, but I'm also not too fussed about somebody seeing me.
I got you. Go ahead and give me a computer's check. Cameras outside. Go ahead and give me 3 purple die as a difficulty. You kind of move through the system. Six successes, Jesus Christ. Okay. You suffer a point of strain as there's a little bit of static in the line as it kind of zaps you a little bit as you kind of get through it. You get 6 security feeds that pop up on your visor. They pop up one at a time. Boop, 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 boop. And 3 of them are outside the slime palace, and 3 are just scattered around the sector in general, in the area. You see on the cameras outside, you just see people kind of walking and going. On one of the other cameras, you notice and you zoom in on Kubis Chica, kind of making his way back toward the slime palace, and then slumped up against the wall is a body where he was at. You can tell that the armor looks like Mandalorian armor. And you can't quite tell from the feed a face, but you can definitely tell the armor. You can attempt to enhance the footage with another computer's check if you want. Doc?
Very much like to do that.
Sure. Go ahead and give me another check. This will be 2 purples and a red die to enhance this footage.
Right.
Another 6 successes. Okay. So, Doc, you're able to clean up this footage to where it's almost like watching a holo vid, right? Like it is HD. This is 4K Star Wars. And you're able to zoom in on the face area. And as you do, so you realize there is no face area. It has the remnants of where a blaster bolt was conveniently just kind of exploded the whole, area here. There's not much left, to be honest. Yeah, and you can definitely tell that this would appear to be Mira, where Kubis has not very hard to figure out. He's obviously killed her, and she is slumped up against the wall.
Yeah, so Doc will so if y'all are looking at Doc, where his normally kind of like hollow projected eyes are, it's just like scrolling nonsense right now from the outside. And he's kind of got his arm up, like, hang on a second, guys. And then it all comes back, his normal eyes appear, and he goes,
Ah, well, that's that problem solved, at least for now. Yes, we carry on business as usual.
What do
So
you mean
what
problem
happened?
solved?
What'd you see there?
Perhaps this is the time and place to discuss it, but our guest, Mira is no longer in the big shop, so we're good to carry about our business.
Oh, I see. And this is the person you were worried about before?
I wouldn't say worried per se, but cautious.
Okay, I'm sure we'll hear about that at some point.
Oh boy.
All right. Shopping. You wanted to go shopping, Derps? Or is there anything else anybody else wanted to do in the cantina? Or sorry, in the slime palace, not cantina.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah, dog just kind of
Shopping!
like motions like, "Hey, we can leave now. Everything's good. Let's go."
All right.
God.
Yeah, you guys can get to like some shops fairly easily. Like it's not shopping on Narshada's not hard, man. Especially when you have a contact like Gib the Hut. So just tell me what you're looking for. Are you looking for general items? Are you looking for weapons? Are you looking for armor? Are you looking for gear? Like it's all different categories.
Let's see. I feel like I am okay with weapons and armor. I feel like maybe looking for some gear.
Looking for straight
Yeah,
up
some
gear,
gear that-
okay.
Yeah, some gear that could help us out.
Let me see here. Let's see what we get.
I need a very quick break, so I'll be right back.
Yeah, go right ahead. Okay. Okay. You are able to hunt down a vendor of some descript. Probably one of Gebet's guys. Probably a Gron. And he has a variety of different things for you. He has... What is this? Okay, that doesn't have any bearing on what you guys have. He has a integrated ascension gear. What this is it's incorporating a grapple launcher, lines, clips, and others climbing and rappelling equipment directly into a set of armor that ensures that the user is always prepared to ascend or descend sheer surfaces in a hurry, whether to escape from pursuers, follow a target, infiltrate a secure building, or exfiltrate from a dangerous situation. Ascension gear can prove invaluable in a variety of situations. In addition to having the grapple and line integrated directly into one's armor, it provides a high degree of safety and security. The attachment can be applied to any armor. Basically what this does, it says, as an action may make an average range light check to secure, which is 2 purple die, to secure a grappling hook to an object with a medium range and reel in cord. Or you may pull another character aloft by making an easy athletics check. So basically it's like a grapple gun that you can put in your gear, basically. That costs 1,000 credits. Gear on Narshada is not going to be cheap because a lot of this stuff is hard to find. So, he has a cybernetic leg. I will just go ahead and tell you, Derps, this costs 30,000 credits. So probably out of your price range.
My price range is only 400.
Yeah, it's not cheap.
Okay, I'm not looking for a leg.
That's 37,000. Do you want me to just read what you could actually afford off here? Because if I go through all of this, no, you probably want to know what he has. Okay, so he has a gun here. No, this is an item attachment. No, he doesn't have this. That's a lie. He does not actually own that. That's something that shouldn't be in here. He has. Wow. He has a highly illegal droid that you could have called a TCSC infiltration droid.
Shit.
I
I don't fuck around.
Produced by Cybot Galactica, marketed primarily to government and military intelligence. How did this guy get his hands on this? TCSC droids are frighteningly effective tools for espionage, infiltration, and assassination. Particularly inconspicuous looking, they stand just under 2 meters tall and appear to be normal third-degree droids such as protocol models or teaching units. They have spindly limbs, an oversized humanoid head with a featureless faceplate, and a set of 4 small red photoreceptors. These droids come in a variety of gender programming options, and their personalities are usually quiet and conciliatory. They seem at first glance to be simple and uncomplicated droids going around their drudgery with little fanfare, which of course is exactly what their designers want. Their innocuous looks and seemingly meek personalities are only one of the myriad of weapons the TCSC droids utilize. They are deadly and cunning, easily equal to the best espionage units, agents in the former ISB. Their programming includes not only intelligence and counterintelligence techniques, but also stealth, infiltration, combat, assassination, and even acting in mimicry. The most potent weapon, however, is the powerful CQ-380 multi-spectrum disguise suite that shroud them in nearly foolproof holographic disguise. This allows TCSC droids to take on the appearance of nearly any species in the galaxy, combined with the programming and giving time to observe and study a target. These droids can even impersonate specific individuals. They are extremely rare and difficult to get your hands on. They cost 46,000 credits.
I mean, so I was gonna say, you reading all this off, and I like Wikipedia'd it real quick. This is a dangerous ass droid, dude. This is a deadly ass. How does this guy just randomly have one of these? This is insane. This is
baby.
This is such a deadly droid to just have around.
I just imagine we leave and then out of nowhere he comes back saying, "Someone stole my droid." I'm like, oh no.
So, like, Wikipedia also says it's similar. It's technologically similar to the proxy droid. If you guys remember proxy from the Force Unleashed games, so that's interesting as well.
Yes.
That's nuts.
Oh no.
That's a dangerous droid. Now, how much you say it was? 46K or something like that?
46,800 credits. 46,800 credits. But that's not all. He also has an ASP-19 battle droid. Industrial Automaton's ASP-19 was a popular sparring droid among Jedi during the waning years of the Republic. How did he get his hands on this thing?
Oh, I know these. Yeah. Okay.
This guy's a connoisseur, man.
This man is a fucking thrift shop.
Look, I don't need to read all the details of this just because of how out of your price range it is. So this is 240,000 credits, by the way. So enjoy.
The ASP-19 droids, like if any of you have played Jedi Academy, those like training droids.
Yeah,
that's one of those.
Oh my god.
You might be able to afford this. It's quick flash burning gel, which is basically like a gel that can burn through stuff or something. It's a hole breaching agent. It's usually referred to as the shipwright's spare key. Burning gel is used to gain access to doors, hatchways, and machine compartments that have been rendered inaccessible. When applied, it quickly burns through nearly any substance in any environment, including the vacuum of space. It is commonly used to cut holes in starships that are derelict or otherwise damaged and adrift in space, and is quite popular among salvage outfits, archaeologists, and other less savory characters. Unlike cutting torches and welders, it emits no flame and requires no oxygen to operate, making it preferable for use in a vacuum. The gel consists of 2 parts, a stable and an extremely caustic acid suspended in a clear gel that adheres to nearly any substance, and a pair of thin electrodes. Both parts are contained in a dispenser unit that includes a refill tank of gel and electrode wire, a tiny power generator, and a pistol grip applicator. with applicator trigger. When the applicator trigger is squeezed, a measure of gel is released from the applicator along with the wires contained within. Once a desired amount of burning gel has been applied, the power generator is activated, running a quick high-powered charge through the gel, activating the acid, which immediately begins eating away at whatever it's been applied to. For rule purposes, exposure to burning gel deals damage to materials and sentient beings as if it were a weapon. It deals 10 damage and has the burn 5, pierce 5 weapon qualities. Using burning gel requires no skill check. However, placing it correctly and effectively might be at the game master's discretion. Require a mechanics check. And that cost 450 credits.
And we gotta spare 45 credits.
Well, he still has other things.
I'll spot you.
Sounds pretty helpful.
He has a modular backpack accessory. Sorry, what?
Jendy, you don't have credits. We just got paid 50 not long ago for the.
Yeah, but maybe I shouldn't have thrown away 100 at one session, and maybe I would have enough.
Oh,
You don't say. Yeah, hey man, now you know though. Now you know.
This guy has highly illegal tech, by the way. This is crazy.
Black
So,
market,
did I miss anything while I was gone? Because I came in and you already started talking about it.
Ascension gear. He has ascension gear.
Within our price range, because I don't these droids, these like deadly ass military training droids, they ain't gonna happen, man.
Well, a lot of this stuff's expensive just because of where you're located at.
Yeah. So you said ascension gear, so is it like a
It's gear that you put in your armor and you can like grapple up, grapple down. You can grab somebody and pull them up type stuff. It costs 1,000
cool,
credits. That's
but I
kind of
don't have
in the
armor.
price range. Well, for the purposes of armor, what you're wearing, I would rule, kind of that.
Okay, yeah, I got you. That sounds cool, but I don't want to. Yeah, I don't. Nah, we have to wait on that.
I got you. And you guys can keep shopping too. There's multiple shops. This is just a gear shop. This is probably Geba's special dealer, to be honest with you, with considering what he fucking has. He has a modular backpack accessory pouch that increases the user's encumbrance threshold by 3, plus an additional 1 point of encumbrance threshold for each accessory pouch to a maximum of 3. So you can get 3 of these in total. He only has 1. But that's if you want to carry a bunch of stuff. You have a backpack, kind of, that increases your threshold. Yeah, everything else he has is out of the price range. Would you guys like to continue shopping, or would you like to buy the burning gel derps or whatever?
I definitely want to buy that burning gel stock.
Okay.
He would spot me 45 because he's a good friend.
I will spot you 45.
All right. Add quick fire burning gel to your equipment. I can add it in for you, I believe, Jindy. Let me throw it on there for you.
Turn my credits to 0.
Let me. Can I not?
Good investment.
I think it's in the equipment, right? Wait. Fire burning gel. Yeah, there it is. Boop. It is in your equipment. Derps, make sure to minus off the money. You already did, I believe.
I'm at 0 credits. Oh wow, the base price is 150. Fucking Narshadar.
Yeah, you get kind of, it gets a little jacked up. Base price doesn't mean dick once you're in the game. It depends on where you're located at.
So I take it this is a once use then.
I think you can refill it. Yeah, probably one-time use that you could refill. You could probably buy a refill cheaper than buying the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Or it might even be a thing you could make. I'd have to look into it.
Does it say limited ammo or anything like that on it?
Well, it's not like a gun. It's part gear, so let me look.
Yeah,
It can be used.
The idea, it mentions gel.
It can be used like a gun.
Gel, you gotta...
Like a gun, kind of.
Yeah, it says,
I'm gonna say for now it's a one-time use, and I'll look into it. How about that?
Okay.
And you could probably refill it, or make a thing. Doc's expertise feels like this is a kind of thing that he might be able to synthesize. He might be able to make a gel
God,
to
no.
refill it, maybe.
He's
He's
the blurge queen. Let me just get the gel for you.
me
Let me
rename
scan
this
that.
shop.
Make sure you let me scan that before you
just
use it.
oozing it out like.
Yeah, but black market dealer. Yeah. Why didn't I save? Oh. No. Anyway. Yeah, next. Any other shopping you want to do for guns, or any of that nature?
I think I'm happy with this gel.
How about any of you guys? Do you want to look for armor, general supplies, gear, or weapons?
I was looking through to see if there's anything specifically I wanted, but can't really think of anything right now. So I
Okay.
guess I'll just like go look at one of the other shops that's close by and see what they got.
Okay, yeah. So you walk into like just a general store.
I keep wanting to be like, I tip my hat, but this character does not have one. Damn.
I tip my holographic cat that sometimes appears.
I need to get one so I can be like Cad Bane, dude.
All right. So all this shit is so expensive. You walk into a shop. Oyen, and they have ship supplies and some other stuff of that nature.
Okay.
A lot of it is probably out of your price range. But if I'll just give you the list of things. It has a mini torpedo launcher. It's a Moncal Defense mini torpedo launcher. Which I think like you can use as you, not on like a ship. I think you shoot this.
Okay.
There are some very, very snazzy, resplendent robes that are kind of like, they kind of match your color palette. Like they would go great with you. Those cost 1,000. This is so interesting. Let me read this. I want to read this description to you. It says, some beings naturally become the center of attention when they enter a room, but dressing for the part never hurts either. Purposely ostentatious clothing greatly aids their efforts, allowing the wearer's allies to go about their other business unobserved. As long as characters wear resplendent robes, purposefully draws attention to himself. Each of his allies in medium range adds a boost die to perception, skullduggery, and stealth checks. So this is like, I'm wearing this robe, I want to go into the room and make it, I want to choose, this is a thing you choose, to like make myself the center of attention. And while you're like distracting everybody else, your whole party kind of gets boost dice to the kind of underhanded things that they might be doing.
Cool. I like that. That's nice.
Yeah, so that's 1,000 credits.
What is this called again? You said?
Resplendent robes.
Resplendent.
While you look at that, I'll go on to the next thing. He has an analysis droid. That I just lost the notes to. I'll open it again. Fuck it. Here it is. various models of analysis droid, almost always found in working in groups. Analysis droids have served governments, corporations, wealthy private individuals, even the defunct Order of Jedi Knights. Most manufacturers make analysis droids, but the enduring popularity of the Cybot Galactica's SP4 and JN66 models make them category leaders. All analysis droids come equipped with sophisticated sensory suite, a set of onboard analysis protocols that make them invaluable in aiding research, analyzing data, and performing experiments. I believe droids have their own stats that I would have to give you. If you guys ever bought one, that's 15,000 credits, so I don't think you're going to buy that one, but, you know, it's a thing.
Yeah.
He's got a hollow tank for sale. Yeah, eventually. That's why I'm...
tank?
Yeah, hollow tank. That says... Hollow tank is a catch-all term for a type of hollow projection system used aboard starships and in military facilities. Produced by a number of technology firms, hollow tanks are large circular hollow projectors mounted in decks or floors, typically in the center of large command centers. Real-time tactical data from friendly forces is fed directly into the hollow tank, where it creates a three-dimensional model of a battle that can be observed at various magnifications. Hollow tanks are instrumental in planning, executing large-scale military actions when paired with proper tactical data networks. They provide unparalleled battle space awareness. And characters utilizing a hollow tank may always use cool or knowledge warfare when making initiative checks. I'm assuming that's like some sort of overland type thing. That's 10,000 credits, I believe, is what that says. Let's see. It has a remote DVI activator, short range. Useful for those needing a speedy getaway. A remote activation controller, also known as a beacon call, is a small handheld device that can be worn on the wrist or stowed in a pocket. Linked to a slave circuit, a beacon call allows the user to remotely activate the coupled vehicle or starship. Inexpensive low-end models such as Bespin motor remote DVI activators have relatively short ranges of no more than 2 to 5 kilometers, while exceptionally sophisticated beacon calls can transmit through hyperspace up to a parsec and instruct the ship autopilot to fly to the user's location. This is a short-range model. Inexpensive models simply activate the ship or ship's engines for no more than 5 kilometers away and run simple pre-flight checks, allowing the pilot to take off right away. More advanced beacon calls can summon a vehicle or starship through the autopilot, though the autopilot is only capable of performing simple maneuvers, which can be complicated by weather conditions and other obstacles. Some models can be used to remotely pilot a vehicle or starship via slave circuit, though this requires a daunting piloting check. So basically, it's like, this one's a short-range one. You guys could fire up the ship and get it kind of ready for when you arrive. If it's a more sophisticated model, it could technically fly to you. I don't think it's one of those. I think this is just a short-range, get-ready kind of deal. He doesn't have that. Doesn't have that. He has a sword, a power sword over on one of the counters. It is a RS-01 Ripper power sword. Power swords are large, heavy vibro swords equipped with high output vibro field helios. It has cumbersome quality, knockdown quality 1, sunder quality. You need to be very strong to use this. I don't think any of you guys in the party would actually ever use that. So we can move on from that.
All right.
I have a brawn of 2.
Yeah. There's a workshop manual. Downgrade difficulty checks to maintain or repair a vehicle or starship that the manual was written for. This one happens to be written for a model ship of your make, DT. So if you ever need to maintain or repair your vehicle, this will downgrade the difficulty to do that. It is 200 credits.
I will purchase that. Well, actually, I'll
Gotcha.
wait till you read off everything else. But yeah.
That is the last thing.
Okay. Well, I'll take that.
All right. So add it should be in the section. You remember in the item section, it should be in the workshop manual, isn't there? Yeah, just throw it in your inventory. And don't forget you have it, because I will forget that you got it. All right. Any other shopping needs, gang?
I think I'm good for now.
So for now,
If you guys are okay with it, I would like to wait and end the session here. I know it's only been like a couple hours, but I would like for Bigfoot to be with us the next time we do the job. That way he's kind of here and doesn't miss out on too much. So if you guys are okay with that, I think we should end right here. I know it is a short session, but we're not. If Bigfoot can't join us, we will roll into the next session and try to play together again. But we are never going to take an extended break like we have previously. So this is kind of like, you guys got paid, you kind of have your next job, and we're all set up to kind of prep that next session, and we're kind of warmed up again. So if you guys are good with that and are happy with that, I know it's short, but we're not missing another game, damn it. I mean it. Which it isn't even really anybody's fault. It's just life gets in the way. It doesn't even get in the way. Life just happens. Life is life.
Life.
Yeah, life. It is what it is. Like it really has been like. It's not even like any one person's fault, right? Like there were things that happened for me. There were things that happened to other members of the dais that were like, we just can't get together right now. It's life.
yeah, I've been real busy lately too.
Yeah, it's just the way it is, and it's fine. Like life happens, and life will always come first. But we're gonna play the game and have fun when we can. That's what I'm getting at here. It just happens. Thank you to my players. I know it was a short game. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate you guys being here and coming and coming to join in and play in Star Wars again. I missed it. I missed Blasters and Bandits.
I always enjoy playing it, man.
Like DT and I will hang out in Discord and we'll just talk about Star Wars and be like, man, I can't wait till we get back to Blasters and Bandits and get to play again. And other things like that as well. I do have plans to bring other things to the Heroes and Fables channel. So let me go ahead and do my shout outs. Thank you to the team here for playing the game with me. Summer Games Fest is happening tomorrow on my channel, twitch.tv/Josh902. We are going to watch the Xbox conference game thing and Bethesda game stuff. I'm hoping to see Fable there and some other stuff. So if you watch this VOD and want to come hang out over there with us, DT I think is going to be streaming on his channel. I think Katie's going to be streaming that one as well, DT, and all three of us will be watching that. We watched the previous Summer Games Fest as well, so check that stuff out. I'm a dice maker on Etsy, 902 Dice Creations, for all your dice needs. I started a sale for the weekend, so 25% off. If anybody needs some polyhedral dice, go pick them up. I have been streaming on my channel, twitch.tv/Josh902, Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm going to continue that in the week until we get it complete, all the way up to when it's done. We'll move on to something else in the meantime, and until Final Fantasy 16 comes out, which I will also be streaming on the channel. So make sure to go follow that channel. Go make sure to follow this channel. And shout out to my players. You guys are all awesome. DT, what you got coming up, bud? What do you want to shout out?
Well, first of all, shout out to Josh for DMing as always, and shout out to Derper and Loki for being here and playing the game. I know Bigfoot couldn't be here because he was working, but it's all I love playing Star Wars RPG, and it's I'm glad we're back to it. Coming up though tomorrow, like Josh said, PC gaming show is later in the afternoon, but before that, we'll have the Xbox Bethesda showcase as well, and I am yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what they got for us. The past couple showcases, have been pretty interesting with some stuff. So yeah, I'm curious about that. I'm gonna be playing on stream the Miles Morales game coming up because Spider-Man 2 got me hype, so I'm ready for that. And then before that, however, I want to finish the DLC for the Final Fantasy VII remake because I beat Final Fantasy VII remake and that was great. I also want to do some more Diablo 4, and then the new season of Fortnite is out. So there's a lot of games to play right now. There's a lot of stuff to do, man. It's a lot. All right, so I'm trying to do it all. But yeah, it's good stuff, and yeah, just glad to be back playing some Star Wars RPG, man, because it's the best.
Yeah. That's just gonna be checking it no matter what I do. I see. Derper, any shout outs for you, bud? What do you got coming up?
Obviously, shout out to the game because it has been a while since we have been played, and it's really good to be doing this. I really love playing this lovely game. All lovely people. Yeah, I'm sad Bigfoot wasn't here, but hopefully he'll be here for the next one. And if he's not, I will personally go beat up his work.
Bet.
But other than that, we good. Everyone here, I'm excited. Diablo 4 has me hooked, but I took a small break today, so I'll be probably back to that tomorrow, as well as watching like the Xbox showcase and obviously the PC one because I love my girl Frankie. I gotta see my girl Frankie. It's a yearly requirement. But yeah, I can't wait for next week.
All right. How about you, Loki? Any shout outs for you, my bud?
Shout out as always to the other players and you for GMing. It's always a great time. Love playing. Of course, shout out to my Val, my significant
My
other.
Val. You have to emphasize it like my Val.
No, you gotta do it like Baba.
Val
Val
Valhalla.
from my life.
Val from my life. Yes. Shout out to Val Valhalla. My love, my life. She's streaming. Been doing a lot of Valorant lately. It's good times. So feel free to go check her out. And I have been absolutely obsessed with Tears of the Kingdom lately. So you haven't played it? It's really good.
All right, guys. That's gonna do it here for us here at the Heroes and Fables Blasters and Bandit episode. I'll get this up on YouTube as soon as possible. We'll see you next Saturday. That's a promise. I don't break promises. Until next time, take it easy. We love you. Happy Pride Month. And we'll see you Saturday. Bye-bye.
See ya.